Hello guys, I'm back with another video of my music pickups. I was going to make this video a while ago because a lot of these I picked up a while ago, but I was just waiting on one of my CDs to come through, which I ordered. And I finally picked it up today along with some other really good CDs that I just happened to find, so let's get right to it. First, I'm not sure if I showed this already. This is Rage Against the Machine, The Battle of Los Angeles. I'm not sure if I showed this already or not, but I think this was used. Decent album. I'm not a huge fan of the band, but there's some good songs. Guerrilla Radio is definitely a classic. But yeah, it's an alright album. Next we have the Offspring, Ixnay on the Hombre. Decent album, I guess. I can't really name any tracks right now for some reason, but still building that Offspring collection. Next, Trivium, The Crusade. I believe the only Trivium album I need now for full discography is their first album, which is like pretty obscure, I guess. This is a really good album. Some really good tracks. Ignition and Detonation are really good. Anthem. And the last track, The Crusade, the title track. It's a really cool instrumental. Next, this is a pretty new release, Faith No More, Soul Invictus. I was surprised. This is actually a really good album. Yeah, once again, I only listened to it once, so I can't remember any tracks, but all of it's like pretty much good. It's pretty memorable too. Next, we have Chiodos with Devil. This is their latest album. This is a band that I happened to like randomly discover online. They're kind of like alternative, kind of like post-hardcore emo kind of thing. It's an okay album, not the greatest, but it's decent. Next, we have Muse with Showbiz. This was the last album I needed for their studio discog, and I picked it up today. I believe this is their first album. Haven't listened to it yet, so I'll have to get around to that. Next we have Killer Be Killed with self-titled debut. This is like a super group. I'm not sure where the members are from. All I know is that the lead singer of Dillinger Escape Plan is in this band, which is a big reason why I picked it up, because Dillinger Escape Plan's like incredible. Next, Korpiklaani. This is their latest album, Noita. I wasn't a big fan of it on the first listen, but on the way home, I listened to it in the car, and I don't know, like, I enjoyed it a lot more. It's still pretty mediocre. I think there's like a lot more slower songs on this one, which is maybe why I don't like it as much as some of the others. I think You Can Waka is their best album. But yeah, it's okay. This was the CD that I ordered and I was waiting on. That's also a new release, just came out. Next we have Tool's latest album, which came out back in 06. 10,000 Days it's called. I love the packaging. It's really, really cool. Like, there's like an art book. Like art book with pictures and stuff, and then you like look through these glasses. They're like kind of magnified, and you can like see the artwork and stuff. It's pretty cool. Pretty decent album too. Not as good as Lateralis, which is like my favorite, but probably my second favorite, I would say. Next, we have a lot of Rise Against to go through. I guess I'll go through that now. Not a huge fan of the band, but I figured I was buying a lot of their albums, so I said fuck it. I may as well like complete their whole discog. So this is the Unraveling reissue, their first album, I think. A lot of the tracks are like a minute long. Decent album, I guess. Nothing really stood out, but I enjoyed it while I was listening to it, so can't go wrong. Next is Siren Song of the Counterculture. Picked this up today. Haven't listened to it yet. I've been meaning to pick this one up for a while. I finally got around to it. Next, Endgame. This is their second latest album, I believe. Not a fan, to be honest. Not a fan. This one is Long Forgotten Songs, B-Sides and Covers, 2000 to 2013. I also picked this one up today. I haven't listened to it yet, so I'll have to get around to that. I'm not sure what kind of covers are on here. There's something called Sliver. I'm not sure if that's the Nirvana song. There's something called Blind. I don't know if that's Korn or what. Like, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. The Essential Coheed and Cambria. Just basically a 2-disc best of set. They cover their albums pretty well, I think. A lot of my favorites are on here. Everything Evil, Blood Red Summer. Then you have like the classics, Welcome Home and 10 Speed. Final Cut. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the stuff on the second disc because there's a lot there from No World for Tomorrow and Year of the Black Rainbow, which are probably my two least favorite Coheed albums. But then you have the Afterman, Ascension, and Descension, which are really good. So I actually ordered this band's first album, so I'm waiting on that. Then I'll probably order the rest of their catalog in the future. Next, A Day to Remember, Homesick. This band's interesting. They're like a metalcore band, but they have like a big pop influence, so it's like metalcore pop, I guess. This is easily my favorite album by them. I'm not a huge fan of the band, but this is their best work by far. The Downfall of Us All is really catchy and just really cool. My Life for Hire also has like a really sick breakdown. Yeah, pretty good album. Next, another metalcore band, The Ghost Inside with Dear Youth. Kind of average metalcore, I guess. The only metalcore band I really like nowadays is Parkway Drive. I think they're the only band still going that keeps metalcore fresh because their songwriting is just really good in my opinion. But there's some decent stuff on here. Phoenix Flame's really cool, but I don't know. Mostly mediocre, I guess. And what should I do next? I'll do some Slayer stuff. Christ Illusion, one of their later releases. It's Slayer. Either you love it or hate it. I don't really like Slayer a whole lot, but I'm just trying to complete their discography, I guess, for the collection. There's a really controversial song on here called Jihad, which is about September 9/11 attacks from the perspective of the terrorist or whatever, but I don't know. Pretty average album if you ask me. But then I found this today, like, I almost crapped my pants when I saw this. Show No Mercy, Slayer's debut album. I haven't listened to it yet, but I know the track Black Magic, which is absolutely just incredible. Really good song. It says it's digitally remastered too. That should be a good listen. Next, In Flames. We have two In Flames reissues right here. First we have Lunar Strain, which is their first album. This is before they were melodic death metal. They were like kind of more black metal. They still had melodic stuff, but I like to look at this one as their black metal album. One of their weaker ones in my opinion, even though it is their first album. But there's some good songs like Behind Space, which they re-recorded on Colony. I like the re-recorded one a lot more. Everlost Part 1 and Part 2 are both really, really good too. And then we have this one, which I found today, Reroute to Remain. This is, in my opinion, the last great In Flames album. After this one, they just went downhill, in my opinion, once again. A lot of people may think otherwise, but yeah, this album is pretty decent. You got Drifter, Dawn of a New Day, Free Fall. Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff, pretty much. I think I only need Soundtrack to Your Escape for In Flames full discog. So I'm going to have to track that one down. And last, but certainly not least, we have Allegaeon with Elements of the Infinite. This is a band I happened to just randomly discover while searching for new metal bands. They're technical / melodic death metal. Really, really incredible band. I love this band now. Like, they're so good. This is their latest album. They have 3 albums. Just a really good album. Some of my favorites are the hit single 1.618, or not the hit single, but the lead single, Biomech 2, and my personal favorite track is the Phylogenesis stretch. But just really good music if you like death metal and stuff. But anyways, that's it. Until next time, thanks for watching.